Hi. This video isn't really scripted. It's kind of something I wanted to talk about. And it's about how taking in media that may not even necessarily be meant to be inspirational can inspire us. If you look at my YouTube channel, you'll see a lot of attempts at starting something. You might not see a lot. A lot of it's private at this point. But making videos and kind of connecting with this larger community of pop culture fans is something that I have wanted for a long time. But whatever thing I tried to do, whether it be gaming or video essays or whatnot, I always stopped after a couple. And I don't know really why. At least not for sure. I mean, it could be anxiety. I don't have the best self-image. So putting myself out like that is something that was really scary. Maybe specific topics just didn't motivate me enough to do anything. I really don't know. It's probably a combination of those and a lot of other things. But I recently watched a certain piece of media that I'm going to talk about in this video that really did something for me, and I want to give this another shot. I'm not doing anything. I'm thinking it's not me. I feel like when I tried to do gaming, it was just really, I was trying to put on a persona or whatever of other video game channels I had seen. When I tried to do video essays, I tried emulating other people, and just, it wasn't me. I like talking about things I like and things maybe people might not know about and my opinion on things. But really scripting things out isn't for me, I don't want to read out an entire script and then, edit it and put it up. I just don't think that's genuine to me. I don't think I can really get my personality across in a full script. So I'm not going to. What I have currently on my phone under the camera is just like a little OneNote thing, and it's got really like main points and then maybe a couple of bullet points under it just to kind of keep me on track. I think that's the most I'm going to do, and I really hope I can stay motivated and work through some of the things keeping me back. Because I always feel good once it's uploaded. It's the anxiety that keeps me from filming and keeps me from editing and keeps me from uploading. But when it's out there, I'm like, yeah, alright, I think I can do this. And whatever stops me from doing the next one happens. But as I said, I've been motivated by a couple pieces of media recently. I don't really know which one I want to talk about first. Let's talk about the movie one first, the big one. Recently, I watched the film. It's on Netflix currently, at least in the Americas, Tick Tick Boom. It's like a musical biography about the dude who would go on to write the musical Rent, starring Andrew Garfield. It's got Vanessa Hudgens in it. It's a great film. And I watched it, and something really hit me. And he's not doing great throughout the film. Spoiler alert if you don't know what happens. I'm not going to get into a lot of specifics, so you probably won't be ruined for you, but he doesn't start off very well. He's obviously talented, and he obviously has this huge passion for musicals and what he's doing, but just something is keeping him back. Probably the only specific I'll really talk about is he is told that, hey, this musical you wrote is really good, but this specific character needs a musical bit at the end of the second act. It's this big turning point for the main character. Their friend is talking to them. Give that friend a song. And he's told that for years, and he just can't write the song. And the movie isn't really about him writing the song. It's about the circumstances that get him to a point in his life where he can understand what song needs to be written. That makes sense? And I understand, being super passionate about something and throwing yourself at it, but maybe there's just that one thing that keeps it from being done. Whether it's internal or external, And I really related to the character. And he does it. He writes the song. And he gets, acclaim for his musical, but it doesn't really go anywhere. Everybody is like, oh, I can't imagine I can't wait for what you do next. And he's like, well, what do you mean? I just did this masterpiece. Are we not gonna do anything with this? And they're like, oh no, it's kind of too wild, but we'll see what happens next. And I thought about it, and I'm in college. I'm getting a degree that I decently enjoy. I'm not unhappy doing it, but I also don't necessarily think I would be the happiest I could be doing it. I think I'd be happy. I think I could be. But I think it's not enough to make me happy. Some people can really put themselves into their jobs and be happy doing what they do. Some people are just, made to do their career. I don't think I'm one of those people. I couldn't live off of just a job. I would need friends around me and family, and I'd have to do other things. Even if I had a job that I enjoyed, if it took up all my time, I think I'd just be incredibly unhappy. Because there wouldn't be anything next. It'd just be one continuous thing. And I watched that, and I'm not a musical person. I really enjoy listening to music, but playing or writing music it's not something that clicks with me. And so I can't relate to that part, but following this creative dream is something I definitely can relate to. And just watching Andrew Garfield act his fucking balls off, it showed me that you can, that passion can be enough. You know? And I want to make videos. I want to make short films. And so I'm starting because passion can get you out of a gutter. And so I'm really trying to, fan the flames. I spent a lot of my life not following my dreams because I didn't think they were cool or anything like that. I didn't think they were feasible or whatnot. And I kind of put a lot of stuff to the wayside, and I'm just now realizing it's probably one of the reasons I haven't really been happy with the direction I'm going in a while. I'm happiest doing stuff with a camera, whether it be in front of it or taking pictures or video or whatnot. Just working with video makes me happy. And even if I don't do it as a job, I want to keep doing it. And I got that from Tick Tick Boom. And it's wild how you can just watch a movie and you go into it and you're like, yeah, I heard this is good, I'll watch it, and it ends up really, really hitting you. You just end up sitting there afterwards, silent, looking at your screen. You see your reflection back at you in the dark, and you're like, do I really want to stay like this? Do I want to be that person I see in my reflection? And so, no, I don't want to be. I want to be better. At least better, I think. I want to do what I'm passionate about, and that's what I'm doing. Kind of don't have a segue to the second piece of media I wanted to talk about. So I'm just gonna talk about it, there was a point in my life where I moved around quite a bit with my family. And when you're a kid like that, and you're growing up a lot on the internet, and every couple of years you leave your friends behind, you end up stuck in the parasocial sauce, as some might say. You kind of latch on to internet personalities because they're more consistent than some people in your real life. And I've realized that is a really bad way of thinking, and I moved on from it. But something I really latched onto as a kid, not necessarily as a kid, this would be a little bit later, like middle school into high school, is Cracked After Hours. The website / YouTube channel Cracked had a series called After Hours, which has now ended. It was my favorite thing on YouTube for a very long time. Crack's gone downhill, but those videos are still up, and I still watch them every once in a while. I go back, a couple times a year, and I'll watch through them all because it's comforting. And the basis of the videos is that 4 friends are sitting in a diner, usually a diner, sometimes in a couple other places, and sometimes you'll have a guest set of friends on. But 4 friends in a diner talking about pop culture and the stuff they like. It, um, I don't know, just really hit home that, that's what I do with my friends. They talk about pop culture. And these people were sitting here doing it, seemingly having a great time doing it, and it was their job, and it didn't seem to compromise their enjoyment or anything, and I wasn't really inspired from it in the beginning. I was just kind of enjoying it, and I eventually, as I said, got kind of parasocial with it. I would imagine myself in those conversations. Like, oh, if I was sitting there with these people, they're my friends. Because it was hard to make friends. And so, I would do that, and eventually I realized it was bad. And I just recently went back to it. It's like the first time in a while I got it in my recommended, and I went through and I watched most all of them in the past couple of weeks. And it just reminds me that you can turn anything into a passion. Well, Tick Tick Boom showed me that passion can take you anywhere. After Hours showed me that you can turn anything into that passion. You don't just feed a flame with coal. You can use wood, you can use lighter fluid, gasoline, paper. There are so many things you can use to fuel the fire of passion into doing what you want to do. And you need these inspirations, I think, to kind of realize that. Because I think a lot of people only see passion as this internal thing, and you kind of have to put yourself into it to fuel that flame. But if you put yourself into the fire always, then you're gonna burn yourself out. But when you take these other influences and, role models or pieces of media that you enjoy, and you take them and you're able to use them to help fuel your passion and not just putting yourself into it, that's where inspiration comes from. That inspiration fuels your passion. And I think it's a beautiful thing. Inspiration isn't something new. I'm probably not even the first person to say what I'm saying. I'm probably just saying it a little bit differently than everybody else. But after kind of realizing these things recently and really wanting to start back up a YouTube channel where I talk about things and I talk about what I want to talk about, whether it be pop culture or anything else, really. Like, this isn't necessarily about pop culture. I brought some stuff in, but it's more about my recent experience and being inspired and kind of putting this on the line. And I just really hope that I can keep the flame going. And I hope that maybe not this piece of media, this YouTube video, I don't think I am qualified to inspire. But I think maybe after seeing this, people can realize inspirations in their own life, or they can look at media a little bit differently and see that, oh, this can be an inspiration. I can use this to fuel my passion. And even if just a couple people, one person can realize, oh, I love doing this, and I was burning myself out. And after watching this, I realized there are these other sources that would make my life, even just one person. I mean, yeah, like I said, it wasn't scripted, so I don't really have like an outro or anything. There might be a couple incomplete thoughts. I guess something I could do is, if people find this and want to put their opinions about what I said in the comments and stuff, maybe I'll make a follow-up. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll put out like a video like this where it's my experience or my opinion, and then, you know, people put their own opinion, and I do a video where I talk about that. That could be fun. So yeah, I guess thanks for listening to me ramble for a bit. Goodbye.